Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I am incredibly sniffly, so I apologize in advance for the terrible audio that's going to be in this episode. I'm very sorry, but I'm not about to not do this. Today I'm recapping Game 35 of the regular season, Astros over the Rangers, 2-1. You like offense? I hope not, because tonight was a total pitcher's duel. Javier, I'm going to say it was a gem. I think that's a bit up for debate, but I'm going to consider 6 2/3 from a rookie and only 1 run given up as a gem. He looked really good tonight. His control was a little off in the first couple of innings, which he rebounded very well. But yeah, he looked good. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, which he's given up quite a few walks compared to strikeouts. Like, his walk and strikeout are pretty close outside of his first game of the season against the Dodgers, where I believe he struck out 8. Could have been 9. But he has never really touched that again. But, I mean, if you don't give up runs, that's all that matters. Like, if you want to look at the very bottom line and not whip and not case per 9, runs are what ultimately decide games, and he is doing a very good job about not giving a lot of those up. Like I said, 6 2/3, 1 run given up. A really good game. The 1 run was a home run, so shades of Justin Verlander from last year. But yeah, he looked really good. Brooks Raley's came in for 1 out and struck the dude out. I believe it was Derek Dietrich that he struck out. So he looked fine. Nothing bad there. Mr. Cannoli man himself, my cover picture, Enoli Paredes came in the 8th and looked good again. I believe he came up 1 hit, got a strikeout, looked really good. Final pitcher came in was Ryan Presley. No, I couldn't think of it there. And I don't want to say I was right, because debatably I wasn't. But I'm going to pat myself on the back anyway, which I really like doing when I think I'm right. He knew what the strike zone was tonight, and he filled it up. 2 strikeouts. No one really made any good contact. It was a lot of foul backs. The 1 out was just a little dinker that just kind of rolled to the pitcher's mound. He looked really good tonight. And I think it's because he knew what the strike zone was. Or where the strike zone was, I should say. He blitzed it, which is what I like saying when I talk about Ryan Presley. I was saying that he blitzes the the strike zone. And he looked good tonight. Again, 2 strikeouts. Looked very, very good. And picked up his 7th save of the season. I believe he threw 3 balls all night, like 3 that were out of the zone. He looked really good. Offense was basically just the first inning, but like a quarterback in the 4th quarter when down 21 and throwing a touchdown, I'm still going to talk about the offense in depth to try to pad my run time. Michael Brantley had a 2-run home run, and that was the extent of scoring. So, yeah, 2 home runs and 3 total runs. You like offense? I hope not. Outside of Brantley, the offense was pretty anemic. 6 hits all night for both teams combined, which is terrible. If you like offense, again. I'm a pitchers guy. I love pitchers. Altuve had a funny little bunt, and I only bring that up because, again, I kind of have to pad the run time. But I love watching Altuve bunt, if for no other reason than when he runs, I hear the Super Mario theme song and start laughing to myself and look like an idiot. Another one that I did want to talk about on offense, though, and defense also, with an incredible throw to finish the game with Maldonado. But offensively, he had 2 walks tonight. Maldonado is seeing the ball incredibly well. 18 walks this season. I don't know what he did during the offseason, but boy, he is seeing the ball really well. He is rocking a, drumroll please, 402 on base percentage, and the way we view on base percentage now, it's insane. 402. Maldonado has a 402 on base percentage. I don't know if that leads catchers because I didn't think to look it up because I'm kind of dumb. But 402, that is elite. If you're getting on base 400% of the time, you're an elite hitter. It doesn't matter how you slice it. That doesn't matter if you're batting like 370 and you're getting on at 4, or if you're batting 160 and getting on at 4. 400 on base percentage is elite no matter what you're looking at. And Maldonado is getting on at 402. I love it. I love that someone that far down in our lineup, he's usually batting 8th or 9th, most of the time 9th, unless like Jack Mayfield's in there. And he's rocking a 402 on base percentage. I love sabermetrics. You can probably tell that from everything I've said, but 402. Words don't really work right now. I can't believe he's getting on at 402. I read that right before I started filming. 402. That's fantastic. Tomorrow is a day game, and it is going to be another pitcher's duel. It's going to be Lance Lynn versus Zach Greinke, two guys who, if it weren't for Shane Bieber, would both probably be high up in Cy Young voting or in Cy Young contention, but because Shane Bieber is just unfair this season, he isn't, or they aren't. But it still promises to be a great game. Thank you so much for watching, even with my sniffles. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Stros.